Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Cooking for the Family. I'm Dyvonne, and today I'm going to share with you what my mama taught me, how to make creamy baked macaroni and cheese. And I'm going to share with you my mom's tips to have it come out just right. So these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. I have some evaporated milk, a stick of butter, 3 eggs, some sour cream, 1 pound of elbow macaroni, some salt, some pepper, and 3 different kind of cheeses, and we'll get more into the cheeses and I'll explain which cheeses to use to make the very best macaroni and cheese. Some sharp cheddar cheese. Now when it comes to the different cheeses for your macaroni and cheese, my mother never used more than 3 and she never used less than 2 different kind of cheeses. So I went on and I grated my sharp cheddar cheese. Now I also have some extra sharp white cheddar cheese. And of my sharp cheddar cheese, which is the yellow cheese right there, that is 4 cups that I have grated. Now of our extra sharp white cheddar cheese, I'm grating 2 cups. Next, the third cheese that I'm using is our Monterey Jack cheese. Of the Monterey Jack cheese, we're also going to grate 2 cups. So those are our 3 different cheeses. We have our sharp cheddar cheese, our Monterey Jack cheese, and our extra sharp white cheddar cheese. Now we're going to go ahead and get together our noodles. In my pot of boiling water, I put in a teaspoon of salt. I have 1 pound box of elbow macaroni. We're going to boil this until it's al dente. You want to follow the directions on your box of macaroni that you're using. For mine, it's going to be 6 to 7 minutes. It is still going to be firm to the tooth. That's al dente, so it's going to be to the tooth. In addition to that, your macaroni is still going to look kind of small. They're not going to be full grown yet, as my mom would say. So this is what they're looking like, and as soon as they're done, you want to go ahead and drain them. Do not rinse them. You just want to drain them. You want that starchiness left on your macaroni. This is going to help our cheese to adhere to our macaroni. Now it's time to get together our base. In my large bowl, I'm putting in 3 large eggs. And what the eggs do, it allows your baked macaroni to set in your casserole dish or your baking dish that you're going to be using. So in addition to the 3 eggs, I put in 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and then we're also going to put in a little bit of pepper. We're putting in 1/4 of a teaspoon of coarse black pepper. Then you want to go ahead and whisk your 3 eggs with the salt and the pepper till the salt and the pepper, especially the salt, you want the salt to be nice and dissolved, and you want to make sure that you're whipping them as if you're going to go and scramble them on the stove. You want to have your eggs whipped really good. Now we're going to add in our Carnation evaporated milk. We're adding in 3 cans of Carnation evaporated milk. This is going to make our baked macaroni and cheese so nice and so rich. It is going to be so delicious. Now, this is old school macaroni and cheese. My mother did not make a cheese sauce on the stove. She did it like this, and the macaroni came out nice and creamy and delicious. And this is something that she made all throughout her lifetime. And so we go ahead and we just keep whisking. With each addition of your can of evaporated milk, you want to keep on whisking. Now once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to set it aside. And this is what I use. I use 3 cans of evaporated milk. I'm going to set that aside. This is our macaroni that's nice and done. You want to take 1 stick of butter. I'm using unsalted butter, and I go ahead and I cut it into about a couple of tablespoons at a time. You're going to use the whole stick of unsalted butter, and this is equivalent to 1/2 cup. And your macaroni should still be nice and warm so it can start melting that butter all over the noodles. You go ahead, mix everything just like I'm doing there. Start melting that butter onto those noodles. And then next we're going to go ahead and start adding our cheese. I'm going to go ahead and put in half the cheese that we have grated of each one. So total we have 8 cups of cheese grated. Remember, we have 4 of the sharp cheddar, 2 of the extra sharp white, and we have 2 of the Monterey Jack. Now with my mom, she always used sharp cheddar cheese, and she always used a Monterey Jack cheese, and then sometimes she would add a 3rd cheese, and the 3rd cheese would be the extra sharp cheddar cheese as well. Now those 2 cheeses that are non-negotiable are the sharp cheddar cheese and a Monterey Jack. Sharp cheddar cheese gives you that nice bite, and Monterey Jack is a nice melting cheese. Now next I put in 1 cup of sour cream, and you want to use a thick sour cream. My mom always used Knudsen, and so that's the brand that I use as well. So we put in 1 cup of sour cream. You want to go ahead now and mix everything together. We want to make sure all of our noodles are coated and we have no streaks of sour cream left. And so go ahead, mix everything around, blend everything. Your cheese is also starting to melt a little bit as well, and everything is adhering to those noodles because we drained our noodles and we didn't rinse them. And this is what you want it to look like. It's cheesy, it's covered with our sour cream, we've got the butter in there. So now I have my Dutch oven. If you don't have a Dutch oven, you can also use a large casserole dish. A 10 by 15 casserole dish with high sides will work perfectly. My Dutch oven is a 6.5 quart Dutch oven. I went on and buttered it with a couple of tablespoons of soft butter. Now we're going to do just like Mother did and layer our ingredients. I start off first with putting in half of our mac and cheese, being sure to evenly spread everything into your baking dish just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and put the cheese that we have left. We're going to layer in half of each of the cheeses we have left. Now in the description box below, I will have a list of all the ingredients you need to make my mom's baked macaroni and cheese. And if you are enjoying this video so far, be sure to show it some love and give it a thumbs up. Then we're putting in half of our milk and egg mixture. Then you go ahead, I just kind of poke everything down. Then we're going to continue with the next layer. We're going to put the balance of our noodles on top, just like that. Now while I'm doing this, I have my oven is preheating on 375 degrees. I'm making this as a part of our Sunday dinner. I have some family coming over. I've got some greens cooking. I'm going to make some nice homemade cornbread to go with that, and also some fried chicken. Now in the description box below, I'll put a link to those vlogs of how to make the best fried chicken, how to make the greens, and how to make my mom's cornbread. And I go ahead and finish layering on our cheese, finishing with our sharp yellow cheese. Also make sure that you go around the edges of your casserole dish or your Dutch oven so we can get that nice cheese ring around the sides. Go ahead and give your egg and milk mixture a stir. I go ahead and pour the balance into our dish. I'm going to be topping this with the top from my Dutch oven. Now if you do not have, or you're not using a Dutch oven, you don't have a top, you want to use foil. You want to go ahead and put your foil nice and tight and sealed all around the sides. I'm going to go ahead and bake it for 35 to 45 minutes until it's nice hot in the center. It's going to be set and also light golden brown around the edges. It's nice and creamy, and be mindful that you do not want to over bake your macaroni and cheese because it could dry it out. Are you ready for your bite? Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite and see how we did. Wow. Y'all, this brings me back. This is Thanksgiving. This is Sunday dinners. This is my mom's legacy for sure. Well, I hope you give this recipe a try. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video and appreciate the content, don't forget to show it some love, give it a thumbs up, and click share. Share this video with a friend or family. And remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.